Have you ever been around someone whose mere presence seems to drain your energy, manipulate your emotions, or leave behind a trail of chaos? Unfortunately, evil isn't confined to myths or movies. It's real, it's here, and even more unsettling, it often operates in subtle, hidden ways. But don't worry. By staying aware, you can recognize the signs and shield yourself. Evil people don't announce themselves with horns or tails, but their actions speak volumes. They manipulate, destroy, and exploit kindness for their benefit. The good news is, you don't need to be a detective to spot them. Ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius offered timeless wisdom to help us identify evil and defend ourselves against it. In this video, I'll share 10 unmistakable signs that you're dealing with an evil person, signs that demand your attention. These insights will equip you to protect your energy and maintain your peace. So, let's dive in and learn how to navigate life with greater clarity and confidence. Ready? Let's begin. 1. Constant manipulation. Seneca once said, "He who has many fears also has many things to manipulate." This isn't just a reflection, but a warning about the dangers of manipulation at the hands of malicious people. They don't operate on integrity. They thrive by twisting reality, using lies as their most potent weapon. I remember working with a colleague I initially trusted. He would publicly praise my work, making me feel valued. But behind the scenes, he quietly spun narratives, exaggerating minor mistakes and subtly undermining me to management. When I confronted him, he calmly claimed he was just helping me improve. This left me questioning myself. Was I really at fault? Over time, I realized his goal was to erode my confidence and make me dependent on his approval. Manipulators thrive on creating doubt and exploiting vulnerabilities. They build relationships not on trust, but on control. Stoic philosophy teaches us the antidote: clarity and self-control. A virtuous person leads you toward independence, not dependency. If someone constantly pushes you to follow their lead while ignoring your boundaries, step back. Epictetus wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By stepping away from their manipulative games, you reclaim control over your thoughts and decisions. Remember, self-awareness and clarity are your strongest defenses. Number 2. A mask of charm. Epictetus once reminded us that appearances, no matter how dazzling, often conceal the truth. Have you ever met someone whose charm seemed almost too perfect, like a performance from a movie? Their radiant smile, soothing words, and ability to make you feel special might initially captivate you. But look closer, and you may find their motives far from genuine. Charm, when sincere, fosters connection and trust. But in the hands of those with darker intentions, it becomes a weapon. These individuals use charm to disarm and captivate, presenting themselves as the ideal friend, partner, or mentor. Yet beneath the polished exterior lies selfishness, deceit, and manipulation. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Actions, not words, reveal a person's true nature. I once had a friend who excelled at making everyone feel adored. But over time, it became clear his compliments were calculated, a means to extract something in return. When he had nothing left to gain, he distanced himself, often bad-mouthing those he once flattered. Trust your instincts. If someone's charm feels hollow or leaves you uneasy, listen to that inner voice. Stoicism teaches us that truth doesn't need a mask. Authentic kindness shines without pretense. Number 3. Lies without conscience. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Nothing should be done if it isn't right, and nothing should be said if it isn't true." Yet for truly malicious individuals, truth is merely an obstacle. They lie with intention, not carelessness, crafting deceit to gain power, evade responsibility, or distort your reality. Imagine a friend who fabricates stories for credibility. Once, a friend claimed to have single-handedly managed a critical project, but upon investigation, the evidence revealed otherwise. When confronted, she deflected, accusing me of misunderstanding the situation. Malicious liars exploit your doubt, making you question your memory and judgment. But the truth is resilient. It doesn't require maintenance. Pay attention to inconsistencies. If someone's words and actions don't align, trust your observations. Stoicism reminds us that honesty reflects integrity. When dishonesty persists, don't hesitate to walk away. Protect your peace and prioritize truth over deception. Number 4. Lack of empathy. Seneca observed that humans are social beings, not meant to live solely for themselves. Empathy is the bridge that connects us, allowing us to share in the joys and struggles of others. But for malicious individuals, others are merely pawns in their self-serving agendas. Imagine pouring your heart out to a friend about something troubling, only for them to deflect with, "You think that's bad? Let me tell you about my day." This isn't an isolated act, it's a pattern. Such individuals are unwilling or incapable of stepping outside their interests to connect with yours. Empathy is the cornerstone of meaningful relationships. Without it, interactions become one-sided and draining. As Marcus Aurelius advised, no more arguing about what a good man should be one. Protect your peace by seeking relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your joy and stand by you in sorrow. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and click the bell to stay updated on future content. And if this resonates with you, comment below. I see the signs. Let's keep learning together. Number 5, the hunger for control. For malicious individuals, control isn't just a habit, it's their lifeline. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, your mind is under your control, not external circumstances. This truth is precisely what these individuals seek to strip from you. I once trusted someone whose advice initially seemed helpful. Over time, they began undermining my decisions, planting doubts, and convincing me I wasn't capable. When I hesitated to take on a project, they eagerly took the lead, making me feel dependent on their guidance. In hindsight, their goal was clear: to dominate, not support. People like this aim to control their thoughts and emotions, using guilt, shame, or sweet words to manipulate. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true freedom lies in rejecting what's beyond our control. Protect your autonomy by questioning whether their influence aligns with your values. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The quality of our thoughts determines the happiness of our lives." Don't let anyone manipulate your reality. True care empowers, not controls. Instead, they'll inspire you to make your own choices and grow in your unique way. So, hold your ground, stay strong, and let your mind guide you toward the freedom you deserve. Number 6, blame games and deflection. Seneca wisely observed that people often favor trust over judgment. This tendency is precisely what manipulative individuals exploit to their advantage. Rather than taking responsibility, they spin narratives that paint themselves as victims in every scenario. By shifting blame and deflecting accountability, they not only avoid consequences, but also cleverly place the burden onto others. As Seneca put it, the truth stands firm without justification, while lies rely on elaborate stories to sustain them. Picture someone who consistently avoids accountability. Whenever something goes wrong, they never admit their mistakes, instead pointing fingers at you or external circumstances. I once collaborated on an important project with a close friend. When things started to unravel, rather than addressing her missteps, she criticized my approach to organization, leaving me questioning whether I was at fault. Her tone was subtle, almost as though she was offering constructive feedback. Over time, I realized I was being manipulated into carrying the weight of every mistake. These individuals excel at creating narratives that twist reality and cloud your judgment, often using guilt to shift responsibility onto you, even when they are at fault. They prey on your trust and sensitivity, weaving stories where they're always the victim and you're somehow the villain. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the truth doesn't need excuses. When dealing with such individuals, it's crucial to stay objective and avoid letting emotions cloud your reactions. Stay rooted in facts, and don't hesitate to question or challenge false claims. When they try to deflect blame, they calmly but assertively seek clarity. This approach not only protects you from falling into their traps, but also strengthens your integrity. Set firm boundaries and refuse to engage in their psychological games. Stand by your truth and prevent them from distorting reality. Integrity and accountability define strong character, and when someone repeatedly avoids responsibility, their true nature becomes evident. Your priority is to protect your peace and avoid getting caught in their manipulative cycles. Number 7, the pleasure of pain. One of the most unsettling traits of malicious individuals is the enjoyment they derive from others' suffering. Epictetus advised us to associate with those who uplift us, Yet these individuals have no interest in growth or support. Instead, they seek to degrade others and find joy in pain. This toxic behavior often starts subtly, like a sarcastic remark, a mocking laugh at someone's misfortune, or a satisfied smirk at someone else's failure. Over time, their true nature becomes clear. They don't elevate themselves through hard work or achievement, but by tearing others down. I once knew someone who seemed to thrive on the struggles of others. She would share stories of others' mistakes with a strange enthusiasm. One day, she laughed when a coworker was reprimanded publicly. At first, I thought she was indifferent, but eventually, it became evident this was her way of feeling powerful. Instead of offering empathy, she magnified others' struggles to make herself seem superior. Seneca once said, "No man is more unhappy than one who never faces adversity." For such people, adversity isn't a lesson, it's a tool. They sabotage, gossip, and harm others to feed their ego. But their satisfaction is fleeting, a mask for their deep insecurity and inner emptiness. Stoic philosophy emphasizes protecting your self-worth and fostering relationships that encourage growth. If you notice someone's indifference, enjoyment of others' pain, or fixation on failures to feel superior, distance yourself. True strength comes from shared success and genuine connections, not from someone else's suffering. Number 8. Isolation as a weapon. Marcus Aurelius said humans are born to cooperate. Our strength lies in unity and support. But malicious individuals aim to disrupt this natural order. Isolation is one of their most powerful tools. By separating you from loved ones and support systems, they strip away your emotional strength and make you easier to control. I once had a friend who initially seemed caring and supportive. Over time, though, she began making subtle negative remarks about those closest to me. "Your best friend doesn't treat you well," she'd say, or "Your family doesn't understand you like I do." At first, I dismissed these comments as a concern, but over time, her remarks created doubt and distance between me and those I cared about. This tactic is calculated. It's a psychological strategy used to sow insecurity and make you feel dependent on them. But true strength comes from connection. If you notice yourself feeling isolated, take a step back and reevaluate the situation. Trust your instincts and reconnect with those who truly care for you. Stoic philosophy reminds us that we are part of a larger community. Authentic relationships are where our true power lies. Protect these connections and you'll find the strength to resist manipulation. Number 9. Jealousy in disguise. Envy, as Seneca described, is the ulcer of the soul. It's even more dangerous when disguised as concern or goodwill. Envious individuals can't tolerate others' happiness or success, so they cloak their jealousy in seemingly helpful advice or compliments designed to undermine you. I once had a friend who seemed genuinely interested in my achievements. After I completed a major project, she said, "That's great, but next time, you should push yourself a bit more to excel." At first, I took it as constructive feedback, but her tone carried an undertone that subtly diminished my accomplishment. Jealous people often mix false compliments with remarks that plant seeds of doubt. Instead of outright criticism, they use subtle jabs to make you question your worth. Stoic philosophy teaches us to trust our intuition. If someone's words feel insincere or manipulative, don't ignore that feeling. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your success wholeheartedly. True friends will lift you, not tear you down. Stand firm in your value and let your light shine unapologetically. Number 9. Jealousy in disguise. Envy, as Seneca described, is the ulcer of the soul. It's even more dangerous when disguised as concern or goodwill. Envious individuals can't tolerate others' happiness or success, so they cloak their jealousy in seemingly helpful advice or compliments designed to undermine you. I once had a friend who seemed genuinely interested in my achievements. After I completed a major project, she said, "That's great, but next time, you should push yourself a bit more to excel." At first, I took it as constructive feedback, but her tone carried an undertone that subtly diminished my accomplishment. Jealous people often mix false compliments with remarks that plant seeds of doubt. Instead of outright criticism, they use subtle jabs to make you question your worth. Stoic philosophy teaches us to trust our intuition. If someone's words feel insincere or manipulative, don't ignore that feeling. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your success wholeheartedly. True friends will lift you, not tear you down. Stand firm in your value and let your light shine unapologetically. Number 10. The unrepentant heart. One of the clearest signs of a truly toxic person is an unrepentant heart. Marcus Aurelius advised us not to waste time debating what a good person should be, but to focus on becoming one. In contrast, toxic individuals do the opposite. They cling to harmful habits, avoid admitting fault, and refuse to repair the harm they cause. Such people live in denial, justifying their actions with elaborate excuses to make it seem like the problem is never theirs. Think of someone you know who always has an excuse for every mistake. When they hurt others, they don't apologize. Instead, they blame the circumstances or claim others are overreacting. Their refusal to change is glaring. They view self-reflection and accountability as weaknesses, not as strengths. Stoic philosophy teaches us that growth requires courage, the courage to admit mistakes, reflect on our actions, and make amends. Those with unrepentant hearts reject this path, harming not only others but themselves by refusing opportunities for growth and maturity. If you're close to someone who consistently avoids responsibility and resists self-improvement, take a step back and reflect. Not everyone is willing to grow or change, and it's not your responsibility to force them. Protect yourself from such toxic relationships and invest in people who dare to confront their flaws and strive for betterment. As Marcus Aurelius said, focus your mind on thoughts and people who elevate the quality of your life. Now, let's bring it all together. We've just explored 10 clear signs that an evil person may be lurking nearby. It's unsettling, isn't it? But remember, awareness is your greatest defense. Manipulative individuals can only control you when you're unaware of their tactics. Once you see through their strategies, you can protect both your peace and your inner strength. Marcus Aurelius taught us that true strength lies in mastering our minds and reactions. Don't let toxic individuals invade your mental space or disrupt your serenity. Set firm boundaries, stand tall in your truth, and keep shining, because your light is exactly what they fear most. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment "I see the signs" to let the world know you're ready to protect yourself from negative influences. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue to grow in wisdom and strength together.